All right, we are back. The fourth attempt to get this thing going. The internet went out. Oh my god. Oh, for a quick recap because I don't want to talk for another 15 minutes about what I just talked about. Raw happened. Okay, it happens every Monday. It's happened every Monday since 1993. You got Seth Rollins. I gotta calm down again. I gotta relax because that really aggravated me. It's Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, champion versus champion, Saudi Arabia, yada yada yada. John Cena coming back for 3 or 4 more of his legendary. Yada yada yada. Nobody's watching anyway. um, I was talking all about NXT. How Ricky Saints is the new NXT champion. How awesome is that? That is great. I love Ricky Saints, Ricky Starks when he was in AEW. Now he's in NXT. Phenomenal wrestler. If you're a promoter, he is the guy that you want as your champion. And clearly, the people in NXT see that. Obafemi, he's on his way to the main roster. That's a given. He's going up there, folks. Raw or SmackDown, he's going to make his presence known. That's usually, historically, what happens after you lose the NXT Championship. You get called up to the main roster. Um, Damn, I was talking the Invasion storyline, TNA, NXT. I'm excited. I got an announcement of that at the end of the show. If I get to the end of the show, okay, because the internet went off. I didn't know I was live. I This is why it's the second show. This is why I have 2 viewers. My goal is 4. Get your friends. 3. We have tied the record for the most viewers of all time. Congrats! And we're growing. We are growing, folks. We went from 3 to 3, and now that says 4. Ayo. But as I was talking, when no, I don't want. I scared 2 away. It's not about viewers, people. It's not about viewers. I was talking about the Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Nia Jax botch. Um, I really want to know, if you're a referee, what do you do in that situation? Okay, do you make the count, even if you know it's not the finish, or do you do what she did and stop counting? Very like 1, 2, but Nia Jax never kicked out. Um, Nia Jax is getting a lot of heat for this on the internet. It's hard because Nia has a history of not only botching, but she also has a history of hurting people. And let's be honest, Brat said that if she wasn't The Rock's cousin, I don't think she would have a career as long as she had. I mean, I like Nia Jax. Okay, I'm gonna make a point that I'm not ever going to say anything negative about people. If I don't like your character, I'm gonna say, "Hey, I don't like that character," but I'm never gonna say like, "This guy doesn't deserve to be a wrestler," or "This guy sucks," or "This guy should go get a job at McDonald's." No, that's uh, I give all credit to where credit is due, and it is a very tough job, and I give them all the praise in the world. But let's be honest, that was a bad botch. Jade Cargill got cut open, nasty cut. Not I don't like blood and cuts, but that was pretty bad. Um, yeah, but that Tiffany Stratton's still the WWE women's champion, and Stephanie Vesker is the world's women's champion. Whatever, something like that. They're gonna fight at Saudi. We're gonna talk about Crown Jewel in the future, not today. Once more matches are set up, but yeah, that was a really bad botch. I don't know. I'm gonna ask my referee friends what they do in that situation. Um, but other than that, really, we got Aleister Black and Damian Priest. That's a cool feud. Those two can work together. I'm excited for that. You know, both big lanky dudes throwing kicks and punches. Um, yeah, that is definitely a good feud. Like, if Damian Priest doesn't have anything to do and Aleister Black doesn't have anything to do, put them together because I feel like those two can make magic, and I like both those dudes. But we also need to talk about Randy Orton, my personal favorite wrestler of all time, Randy Orton. He's always had his eye on the WWE Championship. Cody, what's going on? I know you focus on Seth Rollins and your prestigious champion versus champion match at Crown Jewel, but that Viper's coming at you. He's watching you. He's keeping an eye on that belt. Uh, so I think it's eventually going to lead to Cody versus Randy. Uh, the two legacy boys fighting for the championship. I would love for Randy to get. This is my girlfriend's shirt, by the way. I would love for Randy to get another crack at the championship belt. That would be great. Cody is obviously the face of the company. He is on my juice box as I'm staring at it right now. Um, so what do you do in this time of long championship reigns? You have the Brock Lesnar championship reigns and the Roman reign, and then you got Cody for a year losing to John Cena. So I think Randy Orton will be the next WWE champion. When that happens in the future, maybe Survivor Series. We'll talk more about Survivor Series coming up. Um, but really, when it comes to WWE, that was kind of the week. Um, Nothing really happened on Raw. NXT had I don't know what they call it, a special, not a pay per view, a PLE. Uh, Ricky Saints, new NXT champion. Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe, aka Mariah May from AEW, had a awesome weaponized steel cage match. Like steel cages plus weapons, two little thumbs up. I'm telling you. Those shows are awesome. Uh North American Championship, Ethan Page has been doing phenomenal as the Canadian heel. Um he faced Tavon Heights, which is who is that? Somebody in NXT. I don't remember. I'm getting old, man. These gray hairs aren't for show. But yeah, then he got called out by El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. Say that 5 times fast. Challenges him for post match. Technically, Mexico is in North America, so that's fitting. I'm reading the results. Sol Roca faced Jada Parker, and if I am correct, Jada Parker. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Is the new TNA Women's Champion. Correct, right? Am I wrong to say that? Yeah, I am wrong. Who the hell won the NXT Championship? I don't know. I should know this. I should be more prepared, but my internet went off for it's Knockout Champions. That's why. Knockout Champions. Um what is going on here? Sorry for dinner. Oh, Kelani Jordan, I apologize. Their names are very similar. She is a new NXT, TNA Knockouts champion. After what is her name? God, I'm sorry. I'm getting old. Um, Ash by Elegance, uh, vacated the championship. Just got on the mic and said, "Hey, I'm vacating this." And then they had a couple matches, and now we have a new champion. Yeah, defeated Lee Ying Lee to win the champion at Victory Road. Oh, we should talk about Victory Road. We'll talk about Victory Road on the next episode. But yeah, nothing really exciting happened. Let me go back to my notes here. All right, so we got to WWE. Took me 47 minutes, but we are doing the best we can with 0 viewers. Let's move it on to UFC. UFC had a fight card this past weekend. Carlos Yalberg, sounds like cheese, defeated Dominic Reyes by knockout in round 1. I watched that fight, and I'll tell you, I am clearly not a MMA fighter. Okay, I don't know the strategics, ins and outs. So if I say, I've never critiqued somebody like, oh, this guy should have done this, the guy should have done that. Like, I thought Dominic Reyes was very hesitant. Okay, Carlos was on the offense. Dominic was on the defense. I could be wrong, but Carlos Joberg won with a big knockout, about 4 minutes and a half in the first round, and that's it. He set himself up to be the number 1 contender for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. The next show that we do, we're definitely going to talk about the upcoming UFC fights. I'm excited for it. Ankalaev versus Pereira 2 this Saturday. I'm not going to get big into it because I want to get into it more the next show we do. But yeah, Yalberg will definitely face the winner of that fight. And we'll do our predictions next show. I'm not going to be able to see the event live because I'll be at a wedding. But my focus will definitely be on Marab and his dominance as the UFC Bantamweight Champion. But yeah, we're going to talk about that next show. What I really want to talk about is not only just pro wrestling, but it is the best time of the year. Okay, it's not Christmas, folks. It is the MLB Postseason. Yay! And I'm excited because postseason baseball is the best baseball. Okay, if you know about me, I love the Chicago White Sox. And let me tell you something, folks. The Chicago White Sox are not going to be in the playoffs this year with their 55 and 101 record. But you know who's going to be in the playoffs? The Detroit Tigers, the Boston Red Sox, the New York Yankees, the Seattle Mariners, and the Toronto Blue Jays representing the American League. And on the other side, the National League, the Cincinnati Reds, the defending World Series champions, I know that hurts, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the San Diego Padres, the Cincinnati Reds, taking on the Phillies or the Brewers, and that's the National League. So, here's the exciting thing. There's a lot of good storylines going into the postseason this year. Okay? Excuse me. Are the Dodgers going to repeat? Who knows? Their bullpen has kind of been slacking lately. Uh, what I personally think, if we go from the wild card onto the division series, championship series, this is what Brat thinks. Okay, I think. Oh, I'm sorry, I cannot even see. The Cleveland Guardians are also part of the AL. I couldn't see because it's very red in this background. But the Guardians over the Tigers, of course, as a listen, okay, I'll be honest. I gotta tell you a little something. I grew up on Long Island, okay? I might not represent the Yankees, but I want the Yankees to win. I want them to win last year so bad. I want them to win. And I think they're gonna go pretty far this year. They're gonna beat the Red Sox. Okay. You can't lose to the Red Sox. Okay? That's just no. As a Yankee fan, the Red Sox, they are the biggest rivalry, rivalry, rivalry in sports. Okay? So I think the Yankees are going to move on. And they got the 4 seed. Cleveland's got the 3 seed. So, Seattle's got the 2 seed. How about Seattle? Let's give a clap to Seattle and Cal Raleigh. Taking a franchise that hasn't done jack since 2001. They're, they're favorite to win the World Series. Cal Raleigh hits 60 home runs, 50 home runs. That guy, he took a franchise. And let's, before we continue about Seattle Mariners, let's give a clap to the Houston Astros, who are not going to be in the postseason for the first time since 2016. That makes me happy. Somebody go bang a trash can. Um, but yeah, I see. Oh man, I don't know. If it goes down, I think the ALCS is gonna go with Seattle Yankees. Okay, I hope so. I really want to see either of those teams represent the AL. But let's flip it back to the National League. The Cincinnati Reds, who if I had to pick a second team to like besides the Chicago White Sox, it would be the Cincinnati Reds. They're facing the defending champion Dodgers. As a New Yorker, I'm still very salty about how the Yankees lost the World Series last year. But give it up to Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani. I think they're going to defeat the Reds. They're the 3rd seed. The Reds are the 6th seeds. I don't know if that matters too much in baseball. The Padres and the Cubs. As a White Sox fan, I cannot root for the Cubs. I rooted for them in 2016, but I think the Padres are a better team, and I think they're gonna go on. Um, I said this months ago, and this also hurts me in a New Yorker and somebody who does not like Bryce Harper. I think the Phillies are gonna go to the World Series. I really do. Kyle Schwarber, he hits bombs farther than I can see. I really think they have what it takes to get to the World Series. But the Brewers, the Brewers, where the heck did the Brewers come from? Okay? That team is the best team in the National League. If I would have told you that a year ago, you probably would have laughed in my face. Okay? But funny story, I have a sentimental Brewers story. I like the Brewers a lot because when I played Little League in Farmingdale, I was on the Brewers. But I think the NLCS is gonna go Phillies, and I might even say the Brewers. Why not? Okay, I want to tell you one thing. I am a big fan. I am a big fan of teams winning championships for the first time. I love it. It just makes the story, the hard battles this organization has fought and has tried to be champions, and they never got it. That have what the heck? I love it. So, um, Seattle never won a World Series. Now I don't even think they've been to a World Series. Now they have a chance on. Okay. But on the opposite side of that, I hope the Yankees win too. I hope they get number 28. I really do. Um, but besides the Red Sox, this is a postseason where I can really just sit back and enjoy. I can enjoy whoever wins. I have no horse in the race. I can just enjoy baseball, and it's good because when your team is in the postseason, yeah, it stresses you out, it makes you go crazy. But as long as the Yankees do what the Yankees do, that's beat the Boston Red Sox, the MLB postseason to me, you know, it'll be nice. You know, uh, I'll be honest. I don't want to see the Red Sox and the Phillies or the Red Sox and the Dodgers. So as long as this two don't end up ending with that in the MLB playoffs, then I'm completely fine. Um, I don't. Maybe let's talk about MLB races. We can do that. Jeez, Cal Raleigh. I'm telling you, MLB races 2025. What is it? MLB. Yeah. Hold on, I'm asking my assistant to pull up the MLB. Hey, can you pull up the races, please? The American League. I want to talk about the discussion. Thanks, buddy. Uh, MLB race. Aaron Judge. Need I say more? Aaron Judge just hitting homer after homer. 53 home runs after he just hit 50 last year and 50 before that and 60 before that. Jeez. Uh, Aaron Judge. Whoever, he's really the best baseball player. I know Shohei's doing this thing, but I think what Aaron Judge has done over the last few years is impressive. He broke the what was it the Yankees season, or was it the eight, or I don't know. I'm old. But on the other hand, Cal Raleigh hitting 60 home runs. Do you know how hard it is to hit 60 home runs? That's 60 more home runs than I've ever hit in my life. I can go to MLB The Show, play a season, and still not hit 60 home runs. But he's doing it in, on a team that historically isn't good. The Seattle Mariners aren't good. And I like the Seattle Mariners, okay? I had Ken Griffey Jr.'s baseball growing up. I love Ken. That's why my hat's on backwards right now. Because of Ken Griffey Jr. But, oh, I don't know. Who do you give it to? Do you give it to Raleigh, a new face, a new generation? Or do you give it to Aaron Judge, who is known to be proven? They're known to be proven to be an MVP. But, we got to see. On the National League, there's really only one person. That's Shohei. Shohei is the front runner in every MLB race. 55 home runs, 20 bases. Only player to ever achieve that. Twice. Two times. He leads the MVP with total bases of 380. And his 146 runs scored this season marks the most by a Dodger in modern history. That's impressive. You know why? Because the Dodgers recently, in the last decade or two, have been a really good baseball team. And they've had a really great amount of players playing for their team. But Ohtani he is a freak of nature. He can strike you out, hit a home run. It's just, I want to know your thoughts on who is going to win the World Series. Okay? Like I said, I'm going to enjoy just relaxing, watching the postseason, hanging out, you know. But hey, even if you say it's a random World Series to me, like the Blue Jays versus the Cincinnati Reds, okay. The Cleveland Guardians versus the San Diego Padres, or I, it's a playoffs. It's the most exciting time of the year. But I don't know. Did I give my? I'm gonna say right now. Brat said that the World Series is gonna be for the first time the Seattle Mariners are going to take on the National League champions, the Milwaukee Brewers. And for the first time in history, we will have not a first time in history. This year, we will have a new World Series champion. And that's going to go up to the Pacific Northwest the Seattle Mariners are going to win the World Series on the back of Cal Raleigh. Brat said that. Book it in. Tell your friends. That is what I think, and it's my show. So what I think on here matters. Um, but before I go, I want to talk for about another 5 minutes. Um, I watched a little bit. We're going to go back to pro wrestling. Watched a little bit about AEW. Don't really understand it too much. The Death Riders. Big John Moxley fan. Claudio Castagnoli. I like what they're doing with Daniel Garcia and Daddy Magic. You know, those two used to be best friends. I like best friends. So that is gonna. I don't know. What's the next AEW pay per view? Is it Dream? What is it? Dream Wave? Dream Rumble? Wrestle Dream? Wrestle Dream? AEW? Oh, Wrestle Dream. Okay. See, I don't watch AEW, so but I know. What is this? October 18th. That's next month in St. Louis. Darby Allin versus John Moxley in an I Quit match. Okay. How are any of these two gonna say I quit? Okay. Darby Allin just climbed Mount Everest. Okay. And he didn't quit. John Moxley bleeds when he sneezes from his head. I don't see him going to say I quit. This is just a thrown together. I should have had more. This is why it's a second show. I had 3 viewers. I'm excited. I tied the record. Next time, we're gonna have a better setup, more quality. We're working on it, folks. I'm in it. If there's anything else I want to talk about, let me ask my assistant before we head off. Anything else in sports we should talk about? What do you say? MLB? Okay, we can. Okay, you know what? He's right. We will talk about that. NFL fourth week. Um, what teams are doing good? What teams are doing bad? The Raiders are doing bad. The Raiders are always bad. If you know me, I'm a Raiders fan. I've been a Raiders fan since 2001 when they were good. Now they haven't been good since 2001. But the Bills 4-0. That division's already won. Patriots, Jets, Dolphins. You're not going to defeat the Bills. That's already won. My division, the AFC West, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, and Raiders. Surprisingly, the Chiefs 2-2 dominated the win last night against the Ravens. Raiders got to do something. They got a new head coach, Geno Smith. Geno Smith. Geno Smith, what are you doing? 7 interceptions in 4 games. Okay? I can go play Madden right now, put on the worst player, and not even throw 7 interceptions in 4 games. The AFC North, I'll be honest. The Steelers, 3-1. I don't like the Steelers. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. But the Bengals don't have Joe Burrow. The Ravens, Lamar hurt his hamstring. And the Browns are atrocious. So, is Aaron Rodgers going to go to the playoffs in his last year? Oh my God. AFC South, the Titans. The Titans are so bad. Tennessee Titans. What happened to you, Titans? You used to be good. The Colts, surprisingly. Okay, we need to talk about this. I need to look up who that one is. The Colts rookie making that fumble last night. Oh my God. Adonai Mitchell drops the football right before crossing the goal line. That's like the goal line's here. You have the football and you drop it on purpose, not on accident. Oh my God. I'm sorry. It is. I don't want to bash on this young man. But if I was the coach of this, if I was the coach of the Colts and a player did that, you're benched. Sit down. Sit down. Okay. And it's horrible because I've seen it happen so many times. Just get through the bleeping end zone. How are you? How? And guess what? The Colts last night lost by a touchdown. Oh, the poor Colts, you were doing so good. Daniel Jones, you were on your way to be 4-0. But that division's always been, ugh, it really has. Um, jeez. The Jaguars 3-1. Trevor Lawrence, you gotta show something, buddy. I know you were in that championship game against Joe Burrow, and you got drafted first, and you've been on a historically bad team. But I want to see more from you. I like you, okay? I like you, Sunshine. But you got to do something because if the revived Daniel Jones and the Colts are gonna win, that division's up in the air. The Titans are horrible. Okay, 0-4. I don't know how they're even a football team at 0-4. But that was the AFC. NFC. Congrats to the New York Football Giants for winning their first game of the year. What a fun game that was. Um, yeah, the Eagles 4-0, defending Super Bowl champions. That they just look good. Commanders are a little bit iffy. And the Cowboys, I'll tell you one thing. I want to make it clear. I hate the Cowboys. Okay? So I was rooting for the Packers last night. And I historically don't like the Packers either. But they got that kicker, Aubrey, bailing them out of being 1-3. They tied it up. So they're now 1-2-1. A rare tie in American football. NFC West. Maybe the NFC best. 49ers, Seahawks, and Rams. All 3-1. With the Cardinals 2-2. What a division that is. The Rams benefited off of the Colts losing yesterday with that horrible, horrible mistake by the rookie. But yeah, 49ers, that might be the best division in football. And I remember when that used to be the worst division in football. NFC North, the Lions, Packers, Vikings, and Bears, neck to neck to neck to neck. Bears won a game last night against the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh, there's more Bears fans in the arena, in my stadium, Allegiant Stadium, which literally is 10 minutes from my house. Dave, I can go on a whole rant about the Raiders, but congrats to the Bears. Okay, you won. The Packers came back. NFC South, Buccaneers. I'll be honest, I don't like the Buccaneers as a Raiders fan, but I love Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is probably my favorite non-Raider player, football player. Um, but yeah, the Panthers, they got a loss after winning big. That division, I don't see anybody else but the Buccaneers taking that division. The Saints 0-4. Predictably, they were going to be the worst team in the league, and it's really looking like they are the worst team in the league. But it is way too early. It is only the fourth week. Tonight we have the Jets and the Dolphins on Monday Night Football. And they have, what's the other game? The Broncos. What is it? Come on, give me doubleheader. Bengals and Broncos, is that it? I'm going to be watching that close. Um, We got to see Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, I don't know what his status is. Let's see. Joe Burrow breaks silence about undergoing surgery. Oh, he had surgery. Oh no. A turf toe. Projected to miss 3 months. So if you do the math, 3 months divided by 3, carried to 6, divided by 2, 17 weeks in the season. This is the fourth game. He's been out for 2. Uh, he's going to be gone for a couple games. Maybe the whole season. So I think Broncos, or the Bengals, excuse me, need to just call the mulligan, you know, um, and try to win without Joe Burrow. A lot of girls are sad they're not going to see Joe Burrow on their TV this year. But that's a recap of the football. We got wrestling, the postseason. Let's see what else you want to talk about. Yeah, really, that's it. No big moves in basketball just yet. I'm excited. I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan. We won the number 1 draft pick, Cooper Flag from Duke. So we'll see how he does in a second year without Luka, or the first full year without Luka Doncic. But yeah, let me just ask the buddy to see. We're probably gonna end the show. About, yeah, really nothing much else is going on, but I do want to announce something. NXT. This is the big announcement. Let's get a drum roll. NXT Invasion. Okay? Versus TNA. October 7th. At the Performance Center. We have 5-on-5 women's elimination invasion match. Another 5-on-5. It also looks like the Hardy Boys are facing Dark State for the winner takes all. Okay? Everybody's banned from ringside. If I will make it official, but I'm going to throw it out in the universe. If everything works out, that is going to be our first live stream together. I'm going to sit in this lovely spare bedroom that we have, put on the NXT Invasion on the television, press live, and we're going to watch it together. We're going to talk, have fun. But I will be back on Thursday. Thursday for episode number 3. And thank you all for showing up. Thank you for the 3 viewers. We have tied the 3. Let's break the 3 on the 3rd show. Thank you for all who participated. I'm sorry for the issues that have happened in technical. It's technical. Internet went out. I'm gonna get off. I am thirsty. The next show, I am definitely gonna have a nice cold bottle of Coke Zero next to me. But there we go. Thank you all for coming to the second show for the 4th time. I'm Brat Jackson. And remember, sports. Thank you.